Whether you are talking in front of a large audience, a small crowd, or even just a small group of people, it's important to remember not only that you be articulate and that your diction be clean and easy to understand, but that your pace is also at a level that is appropriate for the audience that is sitting there listening to you. Pace is, of course, the speed at which a person speaks, whether they are an actor, a public speaker, or just a conversation between two friends. A person, when speaking, must understand that the rate at which they let the words fly out of their mouths has a direct effect on the person they are addressing. It's obvious to most of us that pace can reveal to an audience that you may be nervous or excited, since people tend to speak at a much faster rate than when they are calm and confident. And it might also be pretty easy to understand that a slow pace could indicate that a person is perhaps sad or not interested in the thing that they're talking about. But those things that can be revealed by the pace of a person's words are much more to do with the actual person and what they're personally feeling when they are talking. So in terms of acting or performing in front of an audience, what we should realize is that pace has the power to reveal certain things about a character we are portraying, just as much as it has the power to reveal information about ourselves as individuals. Because a person's pace when speaking has this ability to tell an audience whether we are nervous or sad or happy or disinterested. We can use pace to our advantage by changing it when we perform on stage to help tell our story. If a character is supposed to be excited or angry on stage, we must speak at a faster pace to help guide our audience's perceptions. And we must do the very opposite if we want our audience to feel empathy towards a character during dramatic, emotional scenes as well. If we're trying to show heartbreak, for example, we can earn our audience's sympathy by slowing our rate of speech, showing to them our character's pain, and stopping abruptly between lines as if we just can't find the words and we're lost within our minds. There is a right and a wrong pace for every type of speaking. A conversation between friends is best held at a normal rate of talking between 120 to 150 words per minute, while a presentation or public speaking engagement in front of a large crowd must be slowed down to between 100 to 150 words per minute. There are even pacing norms for podcasts and audiobooks, which typically maintain an average speed of about 150 to 160 words per minute. Each of these three examples have very specific audiences in mind, and the rate at which a person talks is directly related to that audience. Podcasts and audiobooks get away with speaking at a faster pace because the person listening is usually dedicated to the task of paying attention to the speaker. They don't have any other distractions. A presentation is meant to not only hold the audience's attention, but to also make solid, driven points with a message, and therefore should be said slower to truly make sure that each word has power in the minds of the listeners. Now, you may have noticed the words appearing in the upper corner of the screen while I've been talking to you. As I've been recording this lesson, I have been timing my words per minute to match the pacing of these different pacing styles. For every time the words changed above my head, exactly 60 seconds passed by, giving me a baseline to measure the number of words I was saying per minute. Now, I want you to go back and watch this video again, only this time pay attention to my pacing of my words, even now as I'm speaking, and see if you can now more easily track the change in my pace. As my audience, see if you feel differently after each change, or try and reflect back on thoughts like, is he talking too fast for me to understand this? Like, does he really sound like he's rushing? Or maybe, does this just seem to drag on forever? Has all of this really just been 5 minutes? What do you notice about the different speeds in each section? Go back, rewatch, and then answer the questions for today's activity.